At the beating retreat ceremony in Delhi on Saturday, around 1,000 Made in India drones lit up the sky in different formations. The first of its kind laser show was organized by a startup called BotLab Dynamics and supported by the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. The beating retreat ceremony marks the end of the nation's Republic Day celebrations, which began on January 23rd on the occasion of freedom fighter Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's 125th birth anniversary. The beating retreat ceremony on Saturday was attended by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, President Ramnath Kovind, and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, among others. The Election Commission has banned exit polls pertaining to the upcoming assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh from 7 a.m. on February 10th to 6:30 p.m. on March 7th. In a statement issued on Saturday, the state's Chief Electoral Officer Ajay Kumar Shukla said that conducting, publishing and publicizing exit polls in print, TV or electronic media has been banned from February 10th to March 7th. Any person who violates the order will be punished with a 2-year jail term or a fine or both, he added. According to top officials in the Election Commission, opinion polls in any kind of media will also be banned during the silence period that begins 48 hours before the day of polling. The Uttar Pradesh election will be held across 7 phases between February 10th and March 7th. The votes will be counted on March 10th. The last assembly polls in Uttar Pradesh were held in 7 phases, and the Bharatiya Janata Party and its alliance partners won 312 seats out of the state's 403 assembly constituencies. The Delhi High Court has been hearing a batch of petitions seeking criminalisation of marital rape. In a written submissions filed in court on January 12th, the central government said on the matter that the apprehensions of gross misuse of the offence of marital rape cannot be ruled out. Further, the centre said that criminalisation of marital rape could open the floodgates of false cases being made with ulterior motives. The petitions in the High Court challenge exceptions to Section 375 of the Indian Penal Code, which states that any forceful sexual act performed by a man on his own wife is not rape as long as she is above 15 years of age. In the latest update in the case, on Friday, the centre again asked the court for more time to finalize its stand on the criminalisation of marital rape. Union Home Minister Amit Shah had to cut short his campaign in Devband on Saturday after a huge crowd gathered in the area despite COVID-19 protocols. He also had to cut short his door-to-door campaign in Muzaffarnagar for the same reason. While addressing citizens in Saharanpur's IIMT College, Amit Shah said due to COVID-19 there are certain guidelines which we have to follow in Uttar Pradesh. I went to Devband, but due to people coming out in large numbers, I was forced to stop my program in Devband and Muzaffarnagar. I seek forgiveness from all the people who waited for me at the door-to-door campaign. Only a few weeks ago, the Home Minister visited Kairana and met with families who claimed they were affected by the Hindu exodus. A video of his door-to-door campaign was also circulated on social media, with many criticizing Amit Shah for using spit while distributing pamphlets. India's former permanent representative to the UN, Syed Akbaruddin, on Saturday dismissed as utter rubbish the insinuation in a New York Times report which cited India's 2019 vote in support of Israel at the UN Economic and Social Council to highlight deepening of ties after a deal that included sale of Israeli spyware Pegasus. Tagging the tweet on the NYT report, Mr. Akbaruddin, who was India's permanent representative to the United States from 2016 to 2020, said that the insinuation about India's UN vote is utter rubbish. The media report said the Israeli spyware Pegasus and a missile system were the centerpieces of roughly $2 billion deal of sophisticated weapons and intelligence gear between India and Israel in 2017. It also referred to Prime Minister Modi's visit to Israel in July 2017 to become the first Indian Prime Minister to visit the country.